Did you know there came a moment when the Mexican government suddenly changed its position under U.S. pressure? And that moment was completely unexpected. The world was stunned when Trump took a step no one thought possible. After months of efforts against Mexico's cartels, Trump made a tough offer. "We can solve your cartel problem, just give us the green light." But Mexico's president refused every time. Then came a moment that changed everything. A deadly mistake that opened the door for Trump's plan to work. Friends, if you thought cartels, corruption, and international politics only belong in headlines, you're wrong. By the end of 2025, Mexico was caught in a storm, and every eye was fixed on this political and military chess match between the U.S. and Mexico. For months, Trump pressured the Mexican president to confront the cartels. He offered military assistance, joint operations, and warned that if the cartels were not controlled, the country would collapse. But every time, then the murder of a young, beloved mayor, Carlos Monzón, changed everything. After his killing, people poured into the streets in anger and fear, protesting not just against cartels, but against their own government. And this chaos became Trump's opportunity. He waited, applied pressure, and took advantage of the political landscape. Today, we'll show you how his plan succeeded, how Mexico's internal situation forced it to accept U.S. help, and how Trump turned economic and military strategy to his advantage. In the end, Trump didn't launch a military strike, nor directly eliminate the cartels. Instead, he shaped events so that Mexico was left with only one option: accept American assistance. This wasn't just a political victory. It became a long-term security strategy for North America. If you're wondering how this was possible, remember, the greatest strategy is the one that makes everyone believe they're making the right choice. Trump combined public sentiment, economic policy, and international pressure to create a scenario no one saw coming. Now the question is, will Mexico truly cooperate, or will this political game continue? Only time will tell. Imagine it. Protests erupting in major cities, furious crowds storming the National Palace, security barriers collapsing, and people accusing their own government of protecting the same criminal networks that had destroyed their lives. Did you know there was a moment when the Mexican government suddenly shifted under U.S. pressure? And that moment was totally unexpected. The world was shocked when Trump made a move no one thought possible. After months of confrontation with the cartels, Trump offered a bold proposal. "We can solve your cartel." Meanwhile, Trump increased pressure on Venezuela as well. Maduro's government, aligned with Russia, China, and Iran, was destabilizing the region and facilitating drug and human trafficking. By deploying U.S. naval assets in the Caribbean, Trump sent a clear message. The United States was no longer a bystander. This political move also pressured Mexico. If they didn't cooperate, they risked facing serious consequences. Cartel finances began shrinking. Human smuggling profits dropped. Ordinary Mexicans started to wonder, if Trump can make changes, why can't our own government? This question, combined with mounting public pressure, became a powerful force. Trump's economic policies also reshaped the situation. Large-scale deportations, reduced housing demand, lowered pressure on food and resources, and helped decrease inflation. People felt their lives improving. This entire story shows that sometimes the most effective strategy is the one that makes everyone believe they're choosing the right path without direct intervention. By uniting policy, economic impact, public pressure, and international leverage, Trump not only achieved his goal, but reshaped the political and military landscape of the entire region. Mexico could no longer afford to say no. Public anger, political voices, and international pressure all forced the government toward accepting U.S. cooperation. And Trump achieved this without a single missile, without a single strike, using patience, planning, and political insight. Now the world waits to see whether this cooperation leads to a real victory over the cartels, or whether new challenges emerge. But one thing is clear: Trump's strategy redirected the political and military